A John Harbaugh to Cleveland. I love that idea. Go get John Harbaugh for Shador Sanders. And there is some interest there for Shador Sanders for John Harbaugh. It came out that the Ravens were seriously looking at Shador Sanders in the fifth round to back up Lamar Jackson, but Shador, he did not want to go to the Ravens because he felt like Cleveland would be a quicker path for playing time. And he was definitely correct on that. So I don't think it's out of the realm of possibilities that if Cleveland wanted to take a hard look at John Harbaugh, which I think they will, and there is some mutual interest there. John Harbaugh grew up a Browns fan. John Harbaugh is from the state of Ohio. He grew up in Toledo, Ohio. He said he grew up in Crestline, Ohio, which is about an hour and 10, 15 minutes southwest of Cleveland, Ohio. And his mom grew up in the suburbs of Cleveland. So he has ties to the Cleveland Browns. He grew up a Cleveland Browns fan. He grew up an Ohio boy. Okay, the best coaches always come from Ohio, if you didn't know that. But yeah, the Cleveland Browns, they need to exhaust every resource possible to get John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh is the prized possession out there. And he has interest being a Cleveland Browns fan growing up. And what better way to stick it to the team that just asked you than going to the team that used to be the Cleveland Browns, the Ravens? I mean, what better way to stick it to the Ravens than to go to the Cleveland Browns? I mean, I don't know how petty John Harbaugh is. I'm hoping for my Cleveland Browns' sake that he's extremely petty. Because if he is, that is a great way to get back at the Baltimore Ravens. To go to your rival, go to the Cleveland Browns, turn their franchise around. And he's a special teams guy. He would instantly help the special teams out. The special teams will not be giving up touchdowns like they are under Bubba Ventrone. And I'm just saying, man, John Harbaugh, he's a good coach. And his time with the Baltimore Ravens has run short, and that's fine. Things run their course over time. That doesn't necessarily mean that John Harbaugh is a bad coach. I think he's a fantastic coach. He's a Super Bowl winning coach. If the Browns' ultimate goal is to win a Super Bowl, and John Harbaugh won a Super Bowl with the Baltimore Ravens, I mean, you aren't going to have a better candidate out there on the market. The issue is, would John Harbaugh want to come to Cleveland? I think he would, for the right stipulations. I think that he would need to have a lot of say in what's going on. And I don't know if they're willing to give that up with Andrew Berry having an elevated role with the Cleveland Browns. But, bro, sometimes you have to make concessions. Sometimes you just have to, you're going to have to give up some things to get what you want in life. You're going to have to make concessions. And the Cleveland Browns, if they want to get John Harbaugh, they're probably going to have to give up some concessions, especially Andrew Berry. You're probably not going to have as much power as you think you're going to have if John Harbaugh is going to be in play. He's going to have some say in interpersonal decision making. I don't know if the Browns are going to be willing to give that up, but damn it, you need to explore that. You need to exhaust every resource you have to at least make it possible to at least go out and get an interview for John Harbaugh. Okay? I love this move if it happens. Okay, this is the dream scenario for the Cleveland Browns. For that job to be opened up for the Cleveland Browns firing Kevin Stefanski and for the Ravens to fire John Harbaugh. Okay? I mean, he's an Ohio guy. I mean, come on, what more do you need? He's an Ohio guy. Come back home, John Harbaugh. This is more like a plea to John Harbaugh. I don't think it's going to happen. But, hey, go get John Harbaugh for Shador Sanders. He liked him enough to go almost get him in the draft. So I don't think there really is going to be, is John Harbaugh going to like Shador? Is he not? He definitely has some interest in Shador because they were going to draft him in the fifth round if Cleveland didn't hop up 3 spots to get him. So You have a coach out there that's a Super Bowl winning coach. You have a coach out there that knows the ins and outs of the AFC North. You have a coach from Ohio who has Cleveland Browns ties and roots. He rooted for the Cleveland Browns. And you also have a coach who wouldn't mind the idea of developing Shedeur Sanders. He helped in the maturation process of Lamar Jackson. I mean, John Harbaugh is checking off every checkpoint, check mark that you will want for a coach to come in to develop Shedeur Sanders. I mean, this is a slam dunk. I don't care if you have to write a blank check for John Harbaugh. At some point, your franchise, you got to go swing for the fences for the right coach. John Harbaugh, these opportunities do not come around where you have a coach who has 18 years experience inside of your division come available at the same time that you fired your coach. It's perfect timing, as they would say. I mean, the Browns have to exhaust every and any resource to get John Harbaugh. Go make it happen. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof. All right, KSK rolling out. Like and subscribe. Help your boy get to 300 subs. Help put that good vibe and good energy out into the atmosphere so that the Cleveland Browns, they get John Harbaugh to come back to Ohio. Come back to your birth state, John Harbaugh. Come back to the Buckeye State. I'm not currently in the Buckeye State. I'm just saying, come back to the Buckeye State, Ohio. All right. Peace.